Hello everybody, Steve here, and today I want to take a closer look at these Master Lock 410 Loto locks. I'm not the expert on these things, but I kind of wanted to share a couple things I've learned from them this last little bit, and I can't really open up every single one of these consistently, but at least I have a couple of them here to show you. And the main reason why I'm doing that now is because at least I've gotten this blue one open a few times, so I'm going to try and see if I can keep my fingers crossed and get that open right now for you. But anyway, because of the Loto Lock Tuesday things that have been going on lately, I felt like it'd be kind of fun to get through this. I still have some other Loto locks I want to do, but main reason I want to bring this up is because last week I sent one of these cutaway type locks that I did for Sadistic Picker, and I sent it to him last week, and he opened it up, and so I actually did two of them, kind of a little variation on the cutout. So before gluing this together, I figured I could get a video done and show a few things that I've learned from them. So that's why I'm doing it now, because of Loto Lock Tuesday and because of just sending that other one out. So anyway, I know for most of us, when we think of the Loto Lock, the 410 Loto Lock, we think of these Master Lock 410s, and most of the time we think of the red one, but obviously they have different colors. This yellow one I got from Jack Fox a little while ago. This blue one I got a long time ago, but then I have some red ones. And they say something similar to this on the bottom, 410 red or 410 blue, whatever color it is. So anyway, and then one of the fun ones, or one of the other things I like about these Loto locks, is that they're lightweight. They're made out of plastic. They're lightweight, easy to hold, and then they are pretty challenging to pick and fun to pick. And I'll show you in just a second a little bit of the inside a little bit better. But you have all these ones I have right here are all 401 keyways. Here's the bitting on this blue one, so we can take a look at that a little better. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit right now. We can see that bitting on that key. But anyway, and then I found this red one. I had a few of them, and then I opened up the box and opened this one up, and look at the bitting on that one. I mean, most of the time you think of a crazy bitting, it's hard to pick, like this one, or this one's crazy. You think of these ones that are really kind of crazy looking bitting, and then I ran across this one the other day. That is very flat. Anyway, doesn't look like they barely even made a nibble out of that key. Anyway, I thought it'd be kind of fun to show that. So while I'm zoomed in, let's take a closer look at this one that I've taken apart. So this one, I've obviously just cut this apart, and because I cut it apart, I mean it obviously removes some material. So when I glue this back together, I'll add a piece of plastic in here so that it can just build that up to make it the correct width. Got the front and back here, and the shackle basically goes in like this, like that. And then we do have this little what do you call that now? I can't think. Anyway, you have that piece in the middle there, and then the two ball bearings. And when it's locked, it's turned and you can't pull this out, but when you unlock it, these little divots or cutouts on the side allow the bearings to kind of go in, and that way the shackle can get pulled out. the core basically looks like this. Kind of looks like a 1100 lock, only this time it does have all 6 pins populated. And this one I did cut this core away, even though I did it by hand, so it's not perfect, but at least it will, when I get it back together, you'll at least see the pins and see what they're doing. So I did cut on that. So yeah, I just did that by hand, so it's not really lined up perfectly. And oh well, next time I'll probably do better with the next one I do. But that's just the way it goes. So the pins look like this. Maybe we can zoom in a little bit better. There we go. So all 6 pins are populated, and on the bottom we have all standard pins, and on the top we have all spool pins except for pin number 5, and that's a serrated pin. So even that one that I did for statistic picker, it looked exactly the same as this. Obviously different key pins, but all the driver pins looked exactly the same. And when I've picked this this blue one here, I can tell it feels like it's basically the same. And so, I mean, the worst part about these locks is that it is 6 pins and it is full of spools except for one serrated pin, which is pin number 5. So if you're in a deep set, then that means that this pin 5 is set, or in a fault set anyway. If you're in a fault set, that means that pin 5 is set. So you can actually, theoretically, you can actually go to pin 5 and just pick on that until it falls into a fault set, and then you know that all you have to do is do the rest of the spools. But in reality, that's not always the case, because depending on how the bitting is, obviously something like this number 3 that's really short, it's going to be definitely either be with it right in the middle of that spool, or it might actually be either missed it, or something like that. Longer ones, it might actually be at the bottom of the spool. So just depending on the bitting, depends on where it falls in the spool. So it just depends. So what I usually done is I've just started at pin 1 or so, and just start picking each one and just kind of going through until I get it set. And that's kind of basically what I've found best for me to do. But anyway, that's just kind of a little bit more about that, so you can actually see the inner workings of that little 410. It's kind of nice to see. So now that I've shown this off, I can get that glued up so that I can make another one of these little cutaway type blocks. And of course doing the plastic and this is a lot easier than some of the other ones I've done. So anyway, so without any further ado, let's go ahead, and I'm going to try to pick this blue lock. And so first of all, I've practiced with it, and I have got it open several times. I don't really feel like I'm completely consistent, but what I'm going to try to do is try to pick it right now, and if I have any issues, I'll probably just stop and then restart and kind of cut out the boring part where I'm sitting there picking on it forever, so it doesn't look too bad. Depends on how well I do. I'm kind of hoping luck is on my side and I can get it open really quickly, but just in case you see this stop and restart again, that's probably why, is because I can't get it open, getting frustrated, and stopped and take a breather and come back to it. But anyway, I've rambled on for nearly 10 minutes already and haven't even picked this up to try it. So I'm just going to use, for this guy, I'm just going to use the top of the keyway, tensioning at the top of the keyway. And first of all, it does work very well. And so I'll use this tension wrench made out of a wiper blade insert, and I'll just use that in the top of the keyway, and then I'll just use a short hook. I found this little Jimmy Long short hook with a flat tip. Seems to work pretty well. So anyway, let's get started. I'll just start on pin 1, and I have really light tension on here, and because of the way the pins are, on how sharp they are with the driver between the driver pin and the key pin, and it seems to get some really loud clicks most of the time, and sometimes it feels a little crunchy or something like that. So it's kind of a little weird sometimes. It's not really soft or anything. It really feels crunchy even with light tension. So anyway, without any further ado, let's get started. So pin number 1. Kind of have to go at a little bit of an angle because of the keyway. Thought I heard something. That was kind of weird. Not what I expected. So pin number 2. There, nice click there. Pin number 3. Nice click there. Pin number 4. Little click there. So pin number 5. This should be the serrated. Thought I heard something drop. Nice click there. Pin number 6. I'm all the way back. That's not right. Maybe that was pin number maybe I was off a little by 1. So I'm just working my way back. Number 1 now. Make sure I'm on there. Number 1. Feels like I got that set. Pin 2. 3. 4. Nothing. 5. We'll click there. Pin 6. Okay, let's go back to pin number 1. Nothing. 2. Nothing. 3. No. Let's see. Wait a minute. Feels like something there. Now it feels like it's not doing anything. I just realized I'm increasing my tension on there, so I'll lighten that back up. Okay, just working back through here to see what I see. Feel something here. This feels like number 3, this binding. Four. Okay. I feel like I'm not really getting anywhere. I don't really feel anything, so there's not a spring-loaded core, so I don't have to worry about trying to overcome a spring. So I'm not really feeling anything. So let's try to reset. Heard a couple pins drop, so maybe that's a good sign. At least I'm getting something set. So now I reset, so let's start again. Nothing really on 1. 2, there's a good click there. 3, good click there. 4, good click there. And 5, little subtle clicks. That's what I expect from that spool. And it sounds like that's set. Pin 6. I thought I heard some stuff drop. So let's go back to 1. Good click there. Pin 2, nothing. Feels set. Pin 3. Yeah, that pin 3 sounds a little weird. 4. Good click there. 5, nothing. Pin 6. Whereas I'm just on the back of the lock. Let's try go back to 1 again. Nothing. 2. Feel like I'm getting a lot farther than the last time. Seems like it's just almost there. Kind of work back through again. Sometimes it's easy to get lost where you're at when you got 6 pins that you have to worry about. Feels like it's almost there, but not quite, so there's probably something overset. Let's try to let it up just enough, just a little. Okay, I heard something drop. Let's go back and see if that did the trick. Sorry if I'm getting a little quiet. Just fair warning, I do have there is a dryer going on in the background. You probably somebody probably might be hearing that. Okay. Okay, nothing. Let's try one more time. Okay, everybody have their fingers crossed for me. So pin 1, pin 2, click there, 3, click there, 4, click there, 5, a little click there, 6, nothing, pin 1, nothing, 2, nothing, 3, nothing, 4, nothing, 5, a little click there, pin 6, sounds like something dropped, but that clicked. And 5. Three, click there. 2, nothing. Number 1. Gotta remember to keep on that pin. Stay off my tensioner. 1, 2, feel set. 3, click there. So every time I hear something drop, I wonder if that's 3 dropping on me. Working my way through again to see. Everybody have their fingers crossed still? feeling little clicks when I get back to the back there, so trying to figure out what gets that 5 set right. Okay, I'm back at the beginning now. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, now we're going to try another attempt. Here's the key. It does work. And this is, key comes out. Oh, how come the key won't come out? Does it shackle down all the way? There we go. That was weird. Anyway, so we'll use, it is a 6-pin lock, of course. Already showed that. And we'll use this tensioner top of the keyway. Okay, Jimmy Long's short hook with a flat tip. And start on pin number 1. Go at an angle as I'm going in here, so I can make sure I'm on the pin. Pin 1 doesn't want to do anything. It's been the case all along. We haven't really gotten much out of 1. There's number 2. 3, good click. 4, good click. 5. Couple clicks out of that. 6. Good click out of that, and I thought I heard something drop. And 5 again. 3. 2. 1. Got some good movement there. Counter rotation, good movement, so hopefully that does trick. Pin 2. Fill set. That's just slipping off of the pin. Pin 3. Good click there. Pin 1. 2, fill set, 3, fill set, 4, good click there, 1, 2, fill set, 3, fill set, 4, fill set, get to pin 6, make sure that's set. Fill set, pin 5. Oh, got some nice core movement, so I think pin 5 is set. So let's go to pin 1. Pin 1 fill set. Pin 2. Fill set. Pin 3. That fills set. Pin 4. Little counter feels like, maybe. Well, maybe that feels set. Maybe pin 6. Counter. Get some counter, feels like. Yeah, counter. There we go. We got it open. There we go. That was another 4 minutes for getting that done. And it is open. And you can see that. And before we do anything else, you can just definitely see that it is open. And before we do anything else, we are going to lock this back up so we don't brick it. So I don't want to brick it. Don't want to make a rattler. There we go. Anyway, there we go. That's the Master Lock 410 picked open with the tension wrench and the Jimmy Long short hook. And because, I mean, first took a long time, and this one, yeah, 5 minutes, it wasn't so bad. So it'll make an extra long video. So I'll just, instead of cropping anything out, I'll just put both of those videos together. So just, I mean, I'm not going to cut anything out, and just believe me that it's going to be first half, second half, and they're just going to be put together. And I'm not going to crop anything out of that because, I mean, I had 3 attempts the first go around, and then this one wasn't so bad. But anyway, so I apologize if it's a long video after putting these two together, but after a little bit of explanation, I hope you can understand why, and I'm glad you stuck around with me, keeping your fingers crossed to definitely help me get this thing open. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a thumbs up and like this video. Make sure you're subscribed, and definitely make sure you leave comments down below. And thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day.